And we are on the modern American farm map. And this is Farming Simulator 2013 with the Rude Man. Now, I did a cursory look at this map, and I liked it well enough that I thought I would work a little bit on it. So, this is what I've done. I bought me some recreational vehicles to get around. I never noticed that. It says SWAT. And if we go in here, here's some equipment. I didn't like the equipment that came with the farm, so I got the Enterprise, and I got my trusty modded forage wagon. I kept that corn header for hoots and giggles that came with the map, but I bought my own corn header. This is the, I think it's about 22 meter one for the John Deere. I bought the titty truck. I bought the TT truck for utility. I bought me a couple of what are these? Magnum 340s. The other one's around, there's the other one's out there. And I bought my Steiger, and I got a windrower. This is about a 19 meter one. There's my trusty John Deere seeder. This is my 22 meter cultivator. I bought 2 Lizard trucks, and what else? I bought a water tank and a liquid slurry tank. I got the John Deere. Now, they had a Krone chafer, but I bought the John Deere. Now, this, I kind of like the John Deere, but on the other hand, it's quirky. It's got a couple of quirks to it. One of them is if you put a piece of equipment on the front, which you need to do, you need a header, and if you take a trailer like this one and hook it to the back to make it all one unit, if you turn the tractor off, it won't restart. You have to drop the both pieces of equipment. Well, you can't, if it's not running, you can't drop both pieces of equipment, because if you drop the front one, it won't let you drop the back one. It just lets you pick the front one back up, and vice versa. So it's kind of quirky. So the thing is, you don't turn the thing off. But I don't think that's going to be a problem, because the last time I used this and hooked a trailer up to it, you can't get a big trailer like that over there, because that piece of equipment isn't big enough to haul a trailer that big. Plus, you'd have to have a dolly to do it. So you can't get a very large trailer to pull with that. And, you go 10 meters and the trailer's full. So I'm thinking the best bet is to start that rig and just have a truck and trailer, or tractor and trailer, follow behind it and pick the stuff up when it gets full, or as it's being chafed. I don't know what else to do. We'll give it a shot. I did get my John Deere harvester, because it pretty much does everything. We do have soybeans, sunflowers, and what else on this? Oats, I believe. So you're going to need a multi-fruit combine. I bought a different trailer. I like this trailer here because it's pretty much haul anything, even including the kitchen sink. And this is the one that came with the farm. I think I'm going to sell it. I didn't care that much for it. No time like the present. If I can find it. That's not it. That's the one that I like. There it is. The Kroger, but if you notice, it does wheat, barley, canola, corn, chaff, potatoes, or sugar beets, but it doesn't do sunflowers, soybeans, or oats. But you know what? Maybe since I already have it, I'm going to go ahead and keep it, because I do need one for potatoes and beets. So I'll keep that one. And let's see, what else is there? I think that's pretty much it. So first of all, we need to get these, I'll tell you what else I did. Let's see, find the right key here. I bought 100 sheep, 100 chickens, 100 beef, 100 pigs, and 100 cows. So we have animals going. So that's why I bought the water tank. So I need to move this stuff out of the way. I don't want this staging... Oh, I thought I was hooked up to that. I don't want the staging area cluttered like this, because I'm going to be driving through here, unloading grain and stuff like that, and driving up around here, and I don't want the staging area a mess. So this is your water well. We're going to fill this up and water the cattle while we're here. There's a couple things about this map that are going to be difficult for me, slightly, at least for the first few episodes. And those two things are, there is collision. And if you've been watching my Idaho map, you know I've been driving through the fences and through the fields and anything else that I can drive through. That's not going to happen here. That also leads to a problem with the combines, because those fences surround the fields and the combines won't be able to turn. They don't have enough room to turn if you're using coarse play. So if I use coarse play, I'm going to have to find a solution for that. And then the other thing is what? There was a second thing. I always forget the second thing. It'll come to me. So the collision is the one thing. And let's see. Oh, I was going to water the animals. What am I doing? I think the water trough is right there. Oops, I hit something. Alright, come on. What am I hitting? Everything. I'm hitting that fence is what I'm hitting. Well, there's a water thing there too. Alright, come on. Oops. I know that's the water trough. Well. There. Knew there was a trigger there someplace. Okay, it's full already. So let's just run this thing around and just park it out of the way over here. Alright. I know what it was. The second thing that I'm going to have trouble with. And not, I shouldn't say trouble. I'm going to have trouble. The second thing is that there is wither. The crops will wither on this farm. So I'm not going to be able to dink around when harvest time comes. So we're just going to run this thing up to the pit, the slurry pit. I love this slurry pit. It's cool. If a slurry pit can be considered cool. Look, cattle are all coming up for water. Good. Moo. I have to laugh because a subscriber recommended this, or actually told me about this map and sent me a link to it. And I downloaded it and looked at it, and I figured, well, since I'm looking at it, I might as well record. while I'm looking. So I did, and I put the recording up, and my comments just started going nuts. And I'm just laughing my head off because I think it's funny. I loved it. I loved the comments. They're helpful for one thing, but here's the thing. It's a brand new map I've never seen before, and I had, I guess there isn't collision there. I have to tell you that I've said this in another video, probably the one I'm talking about. Before I started recording videos, I used to run all European farms. I never ran American farms because I live here. I know what American farms like. I wanted to experience the European farms and equipment and such. And so it wasn't until I started recording that I started looking for American maps. And I found the Idaho map, and I fell in love with it, and that's the end of that story. So in one respect, you'll think, well, of all the maps that I've played, why didn't I run across this one before? And that's the main reason. I wasn't looking for any American maps. And so it isn't too shocking that, I'd never seen this map before. But I kind of like it so far, and I think I'm going to like it a lot. So I figured if I'm going to be playing Farming Simulator 2013, why not record another map? Since Idaho's almost finished. What am I going to do with this guy? Well, I might as well leave him out. I'm going to need him. So I'll just pull him aside here. Alright, let's go in and get a truck. And you're probably wondering, well, what's with the equipment? Well, here's the story. I didn't care much for the equipment that was on the farm when I got it. For one thing, look at this farm. Look at these buildings. Look at the acreage that you own. Is there any way you can imagine that a farmer that had this farm didn't have, if not the best equipment, at least decent equipment, and not a tractor from 1925 and a combine from the 60s? So I decided that they probably not only had decent equipment, they probably had money in the bank. And now I know that the reason why you start off with that kind of equipment, it's because it's a game, and you're supposed to start with nothing and work your way into the big farmer of the county. Now, that being said, I've got over 2,000 some hours on this game, and I've started from scratch, I can't tell you how many times, and became the big farmer. So in this case, I just want to experience the map. So I gave myself some money, and I bought new equipment, and I didn't buy everything. There's still stuff I'm going to need. I don't have any beet or potato equipment, and that's really expensive. But I got a pretty good start with pretty decent equipment. I've only got one combine, but we'll get there. This gives me a little bit of a jump start. But that's the story behind that. And actually, I think it was Craft Farms. A subscriber mentioned that if it was him, he would give himself tons of money and buy decent equipment to start with. And that's what I did anyway, so. Now, I'm going to just pull this guy up into this field. I debated on whether to harvest this field or to chaff it, or chafe it, however you want to pronounce that. I've heard it both ways. And I need silage, so I decided to go ahead and chafe it, which is going to be a job. It's not easy to do because these things don't work, very well with coarse play. So it means you have to do it manually, which means you have to do either a tractor and trailer and this piece of equipment. You could, like I said, on this piece of equipment, this John Deere piece of equipment, I could hook the trailer to the back, but I wouldn't get to those green trees over there, the dark green trees over there, before it was full. And then this thing's so slow, going back to the farm is going to take all day. So I'm going to do it a different way. Alright, let's start this guy up. And this is going to be the test. This is going to be the difficult part. Trying to get these things to work in these fields using course play. I've got an idea that might work, and I haven't done it for ages and ages and ages. And I haven't done it with this version, this developer's version of course play, so I don't know how or if it's going to work. But we will find out. This is cool. Look, the first time I came across this, I didn't know if I was going to get drowned in this water, but look what he did. He put culverts in the bottom on both sides for the water to flow through, and then built it up with rock and gravel and dirt. Isn't that cool? Very thoughtful. I enjoy that. Alright, so let's start over in this corner for no particular reason. Okay, we're going to start over in this corner over here. Okay, and what we need to do, this is, what was this? This was field 11. Alright, so field 11, we're in the southwest, and I think I'm going to head east, but let's work this out here. Okay, so we have course play. It needs to be the field work, and then I'm going to click this, put in field 11, make it 10 meters, starting in the southwest corner, heading east. And here's the tricky part. We need to make a headland. I don't know how big a one to do, so I'm going to do 3. That's as big as I can make it. And then we're going to generate the course and save the course. Course play, harvest field 11. Okay. Now, I'm not entirely sure what is going to happen here. So, I want to pull into this corner like this, and I'm going to let it run and see what happens. But first, we need a truck and trailer. Turn that one off. I'm going to go ahead and use this other one. I love these big barns. They're great. And I love that main door. I just love the way it works. Watch this. I love it. I don't know how realistic that is. It looks cool. I guess it would work. Kind of gives you a little bit of a rain roof, I guess. For loss of words there. I suppose if a man can lose his marbles, he can lose a few words along with it. I think this will work. I believe, but I don't know for sure. Alright, I want to shut that guy down. I'm actually going the wrong way because I want to go this way. Now the big test is going to be pretty quick. The only thing I don't like is there's not enough room to maneuver around these things, really. There is enough, but it's tight. Alright, let's I'm just gonna put him in the middle just for hoots and giggles. Let's do a combine course. We're gonna start here. Okay, this is the tight corner. You can't see around this, so it's really kind of tight. Wheat? What? It showed me wheat there. Why did it show me wheat? Is this one of those ones where you have just a common... Oh man, I don't like those. Alright. Right now I'm just going to call this field 11 because I may or may not have overloaders in the future. This is how I used to do it before I used overloaders. It was a big truck and trailer. When I used to work wheat when I was young, and I always wanted to be the truck driver. Now, we didn't use trucks like this. We didn't use semi-trucks. We used a truck that looked like a big dump truck. And I always wanted to be the truck driver, but I never got to be. I drove combines, and I didn't get a chance to drive combines like this only a couple of times. The farmer that I worked for was in his 80s, and he had really old equipment. He had a combine that was pulled by a Caterpillar, a D6 Cat, and I was the D6 Cat driver. And the combine didn't have a cab. There was a platform just over the headers, up at the front, right down where the cab would be. There was a platform that he climbed up onto, and it had a big wheel, kind of like a ship's wheel, that he used to maneuver stuff, and levers and chains and all kinds of paraphernalia up there. And that's how he operated the combine. It was all manual, and I pulled it with a cat, and that's how we harvested. And it's pretty interesting. Dirty, oh God! By the end of the day, I had to take 3 or 4 showers to get all the dirt off me. All right, let's see how this is going to do. I have no idea what's going to happen. For sure. What I hope happens is he's going to take this course that he's doing right now, once he got started, and go clear around the field to make a header before he starts going up and down the field to actually harvest the field. So let's go to the truck and make him drive the course, and we'll see what happens here. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and issue him a combine. I only have one. He should be able to find it, but there you go. There he goes. And before we start doing anything with the corn, I want to make sure this is going to work. So, because normally he'd go up and down if you just set a course, or even if you hired a worker, they'd go up and down. But when they got to the end where the fence was, there's no room to turn around. Now, if you hire a driver, you can kind of fix that by manually driving clear around the edge and making a headland, and then hiring the guy, and they would only go to where there's crop, and then they'd turn and come back. So that would work too. But I'm trying to see if a course play route will work. Okay. Now, I wonder if there's a way. These guys, now sit, look, he didn't unload completely before he takes off again. I don't like that. Let's see if I can. Okay, stop during unloading. Let's activate that. I don't know if I've ever been able to get that to work the way I think it's supposed to work. And what's going on here? Drive the course. I don't know what that's necessarily supposed to do. In my mind, it means that the combine's going to stop while he's being unloaded and not take off to have the trailer follow him, or sit, you know what I mean, right along beside him while he's unloading. But I'm not sure if that's what it really does. Maybe. Yeah, I want him to stop and completely unload. Now that tight space on the farm might behoove me to get the cab over trucks instead of the conventional long nose. I like the conventionals, but the cab overs might work a little better in those tight corners and stuff. So in the next episode, if you come back and see that I've exchanged them, don't be surprised. The collision points on these are a little bit further out than what you'd think they would be, and that's what I'm worried about. I mean, it looks like when you set the course, it looks like you've got plenty of room when you turn a corner, but they'll sometimes stop if they think they're getting close. Well, so far this is doing what I thought it was going to do. Maybe I didn't need 3 headlands, but maybe 2 would have been better. But I still think, well, I'm not sure. I still think I can do that outer edge in one run with this combine. Nice clouds. I hear ducks. Can you hear ducks? What was that? And did you notice that the using mods, look at the grain, the soybeans look kind of whitish, light tan if nothing else. But in the truck, they look brownish. Almost gold. Isn't that weird? Different mods, different textures. And then this is going to be the second test. What's going to happen when he gets up to this corner where he started? Good question. We shall find out. Soon, it looks. Now he's going to make a second run. Oh, interesting. Wanted to do this one first because I don't know if you noticed, maybe you didn't. With wither, this one is dark green. If you notice, it's ready to be harvested, and it's these two are behind it. So I wanted to get this one done first, and it gives me more time to do these. And so this is going to be soybeans. And if I'm not mistaken, let's see. Alright, so we have the default fruits, plus oats, sunflower, and sorghum. I didn't see sorghum. And soybeans. Okay. In rows. Okay, what does that mean? Straw mode. Water mod. Oh, straw mod, water mod, wool pallet collector, feed mixing station, the fat cattle and pigs mod are all incorporated into the map. Cool. And since I'm not familiar with this map at all, I have no idea what the improvements are over version 1 to version 2. I can only assume that they're, you know, pretty decent changes. Yeah, we're sitting here watching paint dry. How about that? Pretty cool. You lizard driver, you. Hello? Are you alive? Alright. Take off, you combine. I wonder if we have any great demands coming up yet. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? Ah, we do. Milk starts in 2 days, 7 hours. Sunflower starts in 3 days. Oats starts in 5 days. So our next crops are going to be sunflower and oats, I'm assuming. I'm going to make another assumption. And that is that there are no missions on this map, because I think I'm have missions turned on and I haven't gotten any missions, which is fine by me. They're kind of boring anyway. Yeah, yep. So I'm assuming everything today. Okay, I'm going to try to not say that word anymore in this episode. And if anybody's counting, my apologies. Let's take a look at the corn guy and see what we can do here. I don't know whether to make a course. I'm going to have to do the same thing I did in the other one. This is field 10, and we are in the southeast corner. We're going to be heading north, and I'm going to go ahead and do 3 headers, just be on the safe side. And let's just say chaff field 10. And where's our... oh wow, it's going that way, huh? Alright, so we're going to need... I don't know if that other trailer does chaff. I know this one does. I wish it was bigger. I know they make bigger ones. There's a 900. This one is a special mod. This is not a vanilla trailer. This one is from the Canada map, and they use it for the mixing stations and all the feeds and fertilizers and jingo chango that goes with that. Alright, let's go check on our workers here. It looks like they're playing well together. That's good. Now here's the next test. Is this guy gonna... where's he going? See, that's what I'm worried about. He's stuck on the fence. Why is he doing that? Alright, did the combine start up again? Yep. Alright, I'm going to have him drive now, because he is full, so I'm surprised he wasn't going on his own. And I'm looking at the clock, and I've only got a few minutes left in this episode, so I don't think that I want to stop or start this guy. Yeah, see, he won't stop until I drop this header, if he's running at all. Isn't that weird? Little quirk. Turn him off. And let's go to our truck. See if he's completely mental. Which it looks like he is. What are you doing? Well, okay. What are you, figure skating? What? Oh, straighten out, fly right. Come on. Oh. How much those are. Sorted by machine type. Nope, I want to go to mods. $225. I don't have enough money. I will if I sell one of these. That's what I'm worried about. These are so tight turns here at that long nose. Even though when I made the course it seemed like I had plenty of room. See, it's sticking right there. I was worried about that. Now when you pull under here, watch, there's a little icon that showed up, I think, the last time. Yeah, right down there. Soybeans. I don't know what the 14 meant. Cool. I don't know what's going on because I haven't used this map, but that's kind of cool. Yeah, so I have two choices. I can either try to keep these trucks and redo the route, or I can just leave the route as it is and exchange these trucks for the cats. And I might do that. I've used the cats quite a little bit in the past, and I've always liked them. They've done a good enough job. Not only that, they would actually be more suited. Or better suited, I should say, for a farm than these big old things. There's no need to have a truck with a great big sleeper on it. You're never going to use that sleeper. Although I think the Campbells have sleepers too, but they're still a lot shorter wheelbase. What I probably will do is, only because I know there's a great demand coming up, the next harvest I'll probably do whatever it was I said I was going to do. Was it sunflowers? Can't remember. Yeah, sunflowers in 3 days. I'll probably do sunflowers next, and then maybe some oats after that. Other than that, I think I'm going to go ahead and sell everything else. I'm going to go ahead and sell the soybeans, because starting out, even though I started out with good equipment and a little bit of money, it's still going to take money to grow. So, and I didn't check to see. Yeah, the loan's paid off. All right. There was a loan, and I paid it off right away too, because I don't like having a loan unless I absolutely have to. And again, I'm trying to experience the map. I'm not trying to necessarily go rags to riches. Alrighty, and time is up for this episode. I will see you in the next episode. Happy farming, and later.